here we're going to look at how to add comments to a post. All right, now before we do that, let's do a little bit of a cleanup, because we have things like here where it says you like this post when it's not actually true, because we had deleted all the previous likes. So let's go to the likes table, and in there let's simply truncate and remove everything in there so that we start afresh. So the likes table, we remove everything, and then I'm going to go to posts and reset all likes. So I'll just type an SQL here, and I'm going to say select select all from, oh sorry, wrong query. I'm going to say update. All right, I'm going to say update posts set likes is equal to 0, and let's do that one. Okay, so we'll do the same in the users posts, the users table, sorry, SQL. We're going to set likes is equal to 0. So update users set likes is equal to 0, and just like that we have our query, and we'll run it. All right, so when I refresh now, I'm going not to get, oh sorry, unidentified variable posts. Oh, did I delete all posts by mistake? No, I did not. So what's going on? Okay, so we have an error here saying unidentified variable posts in index.php. So let's go to index.php on line 234. So index.php, there you go. So we go down to line 234. There we go. If posts. So I think what we are supposed to say here is if is set, right, posts, the way it is like that. I'm going to copy posts. I need one more bracket here, and then I'm going to say and, oh sorry, and posts. All right, so what we are checking first is that it's actually set and it has some content in there. So let me refresh that. We should have nothing there. Okay, pretty cool. Now the reason why I don't see any posts here is because I'm not actually following anyone. However, I'm still supposed to be able to see my own posts. So I'm wondering why this is not happening. So select all from, oh, all right. So the problem is that I'm checking if followers actually exist. Okay, so if there are no followers, then I won't see any posts on my timeline. You can change that if you want, but yeah, you could change that if you want. That's fine, but we can leave it as it is like that. If you want to see your own posts, you go to your profile, and down here everything looks fine. So now what we want to do is create somewhere we can, when the user clicks on comment, they can actually go and comment. So there's a file that we can copy from, and this file is likes.php. Now there's one thing here on these other places like likes.php where the user icon at the top there changes when you go to those places. So now the reason there is because we didn't copy some information from profile.php. So let's go up here. This whole information from the top here up to this point should be copied on every single page. It should be exactly like this, okay, for things to work well. So let me go to the likes page.php, and then I'm going to copy, just replace these two lines here and paste that content like so. Excuse me. And of course this cannot be repeated, so I'm going to do that. All right, now that we've done that to likes.php, let's make a copy of it. So I'm just going to say Control-C, Control-V, and then instead of likes.php, we're going to write single_post.php. So this is where we're going to represent a single post. Now, in order to create a link for this, we go to post.php. Where is that? There it is. This is what displays a post, and then we can put a link on the comment button itself, right? So let me find where the comment button is, and there it is. So there's an href here, very convenient. So what we're going to do inside this href, actually let me just push it down like so that it's easier to read. And so we're going to say single_post.php, and then we put our question mark and say ID, because we need to supply the ID of the post that we want to read. And then let's put our PHP tags and echo the ID. So the ID will come from the row of the post, of course. And then we're going to say post ID, and then close the tags. So now if I refresh the page and then I want to comment on this one, I'm going to see that my link down at the corner there has an ID now. So when I click, I go here. Okay, and so everything seems fine so far, so good. Now what we need to do is replicate this post view, because we still need to see this post at the top, and then we can see our comments. So let me go back here and click on comment, but let's try and use this one that has an image so that we can see how things turn out. Okay, so let me go back here, and we're going to go to single_post.php. Now at this point we want to copy what we did on let me come back here on the default page, profile content default. But instead of copying, maybe let's do it from scratch so that we can get some exercise there. All right, so what we're supposed to get here, get post likes. Okay, this was for the likes, so we are simply going to ignore all this. Okay, but we will need this, but we just need to get a single post. So what I want here is, if the ID is set like so, I'm going to remove the type thing here because we don't want, and then we'll say no post was found if there is no post that was found. But then here on likes, let me change this likes to post, like that, post, just to differentiate it from that one. We're going to say my post, and down here as well my post, something like that. Okay, so my post is equal to okay, one thing we have to check is go to post.php, because this is what displays a single post. We want to see what kind of array it's expecting, and it seems it's expecting not row user, but where the content comes from is actually just row in capital letters. So that's what we're supposed to actually give it. All right, so let me do this and say row. Okay, so row get post, and then post ID. Now I don't know if we actually have a function that gets a single post from here. Let's go and check real quick in the classes folder in post.php. All right, so let's see what we have. Edit post, of course, get posts. Where user ID, okay, this is for getting many posts from the same user ID. Get one post, so I think we have this one, so we're going to use this one function. So let me go back to single_post.php, and then we're going to say get single_post, and then we give it that same ID. Now if we go back to the same classes post.php, so it's not numeric. Okay, so the data here is sanitized, so we don't need to sanitize it here. So raw is equal to post get single post. There we go. So all we have to do is check if raw is set and it's not equal to false, then we know that we are down here, we are good to go. So here the title is going to be single post. Now since these posts are going to be dynamic, they're going to be very different, you could change the title using some PHP tags. Instead of just writing single post, you can write the title, use the content as Facebook does, use the content of the post as the title here. But in our case, there's no need to do all that. Just a reminder that you could do that if you want. And then down here, the header is correct. Everything is fine. And then this is the part where now the content should be displayed. Okay, so we're going to check if is array raw. That's what we want to check for, if the raw is an array. And then if it is, then we include a file here. So let's remove all that, and then we're going to say include post.php. That's for a single post, right? Okay, and I think that's a good to go. So let's refresh and see if we get the post. Okay, so now we are calling code to an identified method post get single post. So it's telling me that I don't actually have a method like this, which is very strange indeed. Get single post. So let's go back to our class and see. Oh, it's get one post, not single post. Sorry. So it is correct. This does not exist. So let's go back and refresh the page. Okay, so a lot to unpack here, so many errors. So let's get into it. So first of all, unidentified variable raw user. So we don't have this user raw. So I think that's what's causing all these problems, because I can see it repeated over and over. So I think if we sort that problem, all these errors will disappear. So let me copy that raw user. Now if I go back to post.php, oh, there we go. It expects, we could simply copy this from default, profile content default. There's supposed to be a raw user somewhere being created, and there it is. So raw user is equal to get user user ID. So that's all we need, and we need to create the user class there just in case it's not created. So let me go back to single post. Yeah, the user thingy is not created, so let's come back here. There we go. So we get the raw up here. Actually, we need to put this a little bit down the line, where we're actually checking to see if the raw is actually an array. Then we add this part here. I think that works better. Something like so. Oh, what did I do? All right, there we go. So now this user is already declared up there, so we can happily remove it. And I think that should sort the problem out. So let me refresh. Ooh, more errors. Exciting. So unidentified variable user in single post on line 168. So let's check the first. So when you have errors, just start with the first error and you see that the rest of the errors adjust accordingly. So line 168, which is right here. So now the reason is because we're using small letter here. Here when declaring it, we used uppercase. So we can change either of these. So I'm just going to change this one to lowercase, the one at the top, and refresh, and voila, we have our post. Very, very good. Okay, now the thing is it's too wide. I want it a bit narrower so that I can see more of the comments below. But if you want it just like this, it's all good. Maybe we should leave it just like this so that we can see more of it, and then we can see some comments down here. All right. Now, of course, we are not supposed to see comment here because we are already on the comment section. We're just supposed to see the like button, and maybe we'll leave this so that we can put the number of comments at the end. I think that's fine. Maybe we can leave it there. And then we should be able to give option for the user to see the full view of this image right here. So if they want to see, because this is a thumbnail version as usual, so if they want to see the full image, they can have a button here to click. So let me go to post.php. Okay, so down here where it says where we are echoing the date, let me find where the date is. Let's go down here. There we go. So right after the date, or maybe, yeah, actually right after the date, let's add here an if statement. Okay, so I'm going to come down here. This is the edit, and okay, so I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to say, let's put some PHP tags here, because we need to check if this has an image before we can put that link there. So what we will do is say if row has image underscore image, because if there's an image here, this one is going to be equal to 1 and 1 is equal to true. So we can simply do that. We don't need to say equal to 1. We can just say if row has image. That's good enough. Then we can echo view full image. So we're going to create something specifically for this. I'm going to put a dot at the beginning there and another dot there, like so. Let me refresh. There we go. So full view full image. So we'll be able to see the full image without it being cropped. But for now, we're dealing with comments. So let's go ahead with the comments. Or maybe what we do to finish up this video, let's do the view full image, and then we can come back and finish up with the remaining comments later. So in order to do that, let me get another copy of single post. Where is that? Single post.php. So let me copy that and paste, and then change it from single post. I'm going to say image underscore view.php, and that's it. So let me open that up. Everything here remains the same. If there's no post, we're going to change this to no image was found. Okay, and then we come down here. Now the only thing we change is we don't include post.php here, and we don't need the row user anymore. We just need this particular row right here. So what I will do is what we want to do is simply echo row image. Let's see, echo img source is equal to, and then let's add some styles. Of course, we're going to have width 100%. Those are the only styles we need, and then let's close that. And then in here we're going to put this row and say image, like that. I think that should do it. So, but we need to add a link to this same thing on where is this? If we go back to, okay, the link should be on post.php, because that's where the post is being displayed, right here. So let me duplicate this echo and then put an a tag, say href is equal to, and then close that tag like so, and then duplicate that and put a closing a tag. Okay, and then now here I'm going to say image underscore view dot php question mark id is equal to, and then I will add row post ID, just like that. Okay, so let me refresh here. So you see view full image, and then when I click, I see the full image. Okay, so as easy as that. So let's go back a bit. Let's try a different post. Let me go to my, well, why isn't this clickable? This should be clickable right there. Let's go to post.php here and rectify that very quickly. So let me find first name. Where is first name? Okay, post.php. Okay, maybe I'm looking at the wrong place here. File name. Oh, this is the class. Sorry, my bad. So let's go to post.php in there. Find the first name. There we go. So on this one, we add a link so that somebody can easily click on your name and go to your profile. So a href is equal to, and then close that up, duplicate and put it below, closing a tag like so, and then right here we're going to say profile.php, and all we need is the ID is equal to, and we're going to get that ID from row, and it's going to be user ID. Oh, we don't need the inverted commas, so let me remove this one as well, like that. Okay, so that should do it. So let me refresh the page. Oh, something went wrong here. I think I'm missing something, an inverted comma. Yes, at the very end here. Delete the last one here, and there we go, so that when I click there I can go to my profile. All right, so here I can view this image, view full image, boom, and there we go. We see the full image. Come back, go to another one, view full image, boom, full image. If I want comments instead, I click on comments, and we are here, and I can still click full image there. All right, very nice. So in the next video, we see how to actually add a single comment, and it's very, very easy. So I'll see you in the next video.